what's up? I am MuchelleB, and in this video I am going to be walking you through a few things that you can do to get your life back in order and reset your life in general. Because by the time mid-year rolls around, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm getting a bit off track to spending some intentional time realigning yourself and resetting your life. I've been going through my own life reset recently, so I thought I'd just share with you some of the things that I've been doing so that you guys can do them too if you want to, or just, you know, inspire you to do your own little life reset. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 17,000 courses in things like design, productivity, photography. A premium membership gives you unlimited access to all of their classes delivered by experts in their field. So I'm talking people like Gary Vaynerchuk, Simon Sinek, some of my favorite Instagram artists, so Adam J. Kurtz, Mari Andrews. Skillshare is also more affordable than most learning platforms out there. An annual subscription is at less than $10 a month. The first 500 people to use the link in the description down below will get their first 2 months for free. So you can give it a go, see how you like it. Now let's get straight into resetting your life. The first step to any good resetting process is to clean. Declutter, deep clean your space, and your space includes your car. If you want anything to create that clean, slatey, fresh start feeling, it is getting your space in order. A clean space I know has a serious impact on my productivity and my mindset in general, how I feel. I imagine a lot of you would be the same. It just makes me a happier person when my space is clean. I feel lighter. On its own, deep cleaning, decluttering, it's really overwhelming. So you need to like break it down into those little baby steps of how exactly you're going to approach it. So I did it room by room. If you want to go through a serious deep cleaning process, follow my 30 days to simplify challenge, I'll link that below. If you go into any deep cleaning, decluttering process blind without some kind of map, you're going to get overwhelmed. A good place to start is always to declutter your clothes because it's just one of those quick wins that everyone kind of knows how to do. Even if you only get rid of a few things, they're things that have been weighing on your mind even though you may not realize it. It's just a nice feeling to revamp your wardrobe. To give yourself even more of like that feel good, just like inspiring, yes, doing things vibe, chuck on something inspiring in the background. So for me, I actually chucked on a playlist of storytelling courses on Skillshare. The one that I like the best is called Storytelling for Leaders. I found it so valuable. The only thing about listening to stuff in the background while you clean is that like you want to take notes. Only drawback to learning while you clean. Another thing that I would really recommend that you do while you're doing this process is to write down any like little nagging around the home tasks that you want to get done. One of my things was that I had a portable aircon unit just sitting in my room. Great for summer, but I mean, it's not summer anymore. It's pretty chilly. I haven't used it in a while. Dragging that unit into the shed for storage just made my space feel so much lighter already. I had a literal hot mess of cords. Like it looked like this. It was freaking shocking. And every time I looked at that hot mess of cords, I was overwhelmed. I also had a big blue internet cord hanging up. It was just like all the cords. So I actually ducked into Bunnings and Officeworks. I got myself like a cord cable cover box. There's definitely a name for it that is not that. I also went and got like a cord cover up for my blue cord. I'm looking at it now and it just makes me so happy. My room just looks so much clearer, like you wouldn't believe the difference. Obviously, deep cleaning, decluttering, it's a mini mission, so spread it over time if you need to. The second thing that I would recommend that you do for a reset your life routine is to create a new playlist for the rest of the year, or for like the next quarter, whatever works for you. New playlist, new lease on life is what I say. I've never said that before. Never. Probably won't say it again. So step one of my playlist creation, it usually involves finding music that I already like, so individual songs that I like, creeping those artists, adding those artists' new albums to my new playlist. Even if I have listened to the albums and I'm like, I don't know if I love this, I will keep on listening to it, just force myself to listen to it a few times, and eventually it might become like my favorite album, like it has happened before. Sometimes I feel that you just grow into artists and you just grow into songs. Then I go into artists that I already know and love, I go into the related artists tab, and then I add their music to my new playlist. Go ahead and spend your time listening to like your Discover playlist, listen to your friends' playlist, just add new music into your new playlist. Force yourself to listen to it even if you're like, your brain is resisting and it wants to go back to your old playlist. So currently for me, J. Cole, Black, obsessed with them. However, I would never have listened to their music if I hadn't gone through that exact process. Step 3 is to declutter your digital space, because if your digital space is messy, it's just like having your physical space messy. Your head will be messy. I would treat digital decluttering the exact same as physical decluttering, deep cleaning. write out a list of how you're going to approach it. I actually did a whole day dedicated to digital decluttering in my 30 Days to Simplify challenge. Kind of goes into it more in depth if you want to watch that, link in the description. You want to do things like go through your apps, delete things that aren't used, sort out your folders on your computer, on your Google Drive, whatever you use the most. Delete the stuff on your desktop, delete the stuff in your trash can. Unfollow people on Instagram, defriend people on Facebook. Next up, build or refresh your routines. Whether it is a morning routine, a wind down routine, a weekly review routine, a cleaning routine. All of your routines, they make you a happier, more productive person. It's just the truth. If you don't already have morning, night, cleaning, weekly routines in place, you may want to set one of those up. If you don't have any routines set up, maybe just work on setting up one, because behavior change is really difficult. And I wouldn't recommend tackling 5 routines at once, even though we've all been there. And if you already have routines in place, refresh them. Have a look at them. Are they working for you? Do you actually have the time to do all those things that you'd like to do? So for me, my wind down routine is my main focus. I am working towards really creating a wind down routine. I feel like lately it's just been like, get home, meander, eat, meander, sleep. And I know that there could be so much more value that I could get out of that time if it was just a little more focused. So have a look at your routines, figure out what's working for you, what's not, set a new routine if you need to, or add a few things in, take a few things away. Next up, review your goals and your systems. Just look at your goals and think, are these actually the goals that I want to achieve by the end of the year? Is it possible to achieve these by the end of the year? Like, does that excite me anymore? Something that I would encourage you to do, draw out a map of the rest of your year. So what's it going to look like? What events are you looking forward to? What's going to be happening? When are you going to achieve certain goals? It can work with you if you're a visual or a written person. You can write your milestones on it and then draw little pictures on the side, whatever works for you. Don't be afraid when you're doing your review and sort of planning your goals out for the next half year to drop something or to change directions. And if you haven't started or finished a goal, there is an apprehensive feeling that you're going to get, just like, oh god, like I don't want to fail again. Don't let shame or overwhelm get to you. I know that it's difficult doing this process, but like literally same. I have a goal that I had at the start of the year. It's changed complete direction. So now I'm like down another totally different path. It'll take me far longer than I expected. It's very normal, and every single person watching this has had a goal that they've let go of or that slipped by. Just don't be afraid to pick it back up and start off where you left. Or alternatively, really evaluate and decide to drop it. The last thing that I'm doing for my life reset is setting myself a challenge to not touch my phone past like 6:30. I only really get home at 6ish anyway, so 6:30 p.m. Obviously, you might not want to do that particular challenge. You might want to do a social media detox for 7 days. If you've watched my video on how to avoid social media, I talked about that there and how I experienced it. You might want to do no Netflix for a week. You might want to track your food and your mood hand in hand. You might want to track where you're putting your time for a week, really evaluate that, and then align it again with your goals. If you're watching this kind of video and you subscribe to this kind of channel, which I hope that you do, then you are probably the kind of person that already has an idea of what kind of 7-day challenge they'd like to do. Little 7-day challenges, detoxes, they will leave you feeling a little bit high on life because you've stretched yourself, you've pushed yourself just a little bit. And often they might lead to revelations. I know when I did my social media detox, literally 7 days, it's a no-brainer, easy done. But it made me really think about how social media was affecting my mood. I had loads of great like video ideas that week because I had free time that I was kind of filling doing more inspiring things. So those are some of the things that I've included in my life reset. I'd love to hear what kind of things you would include in your life reset. I'd also recommend going through a weekly review process. Link to that video down below. God, I'm linking to a lot of videos. But weekly reviews can also be a helpful way to just like clear out the clutter in your brain of to-do items. I'd love to know what kind of things you guys are doing to reset your life in June for the mid-year. Don't forget to check out the Skillshare link in the description down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, do all the things. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you very soon.